After my brother died, my husband cheated with my brother's wife and they tried to kill me. It was really interesting. If we were going to play that game, we'd play it to the end. After my brother died, Sally and husband have been plotting to kill me. I tore up my brother's infectious disease report and watched them play out their schemes in silence. It was months ago when I first noticed something strange about how Sally behaved around my husband, Evan. She would look at Evan piteously with her watery eyes right in front of my brother. When Evan was watching television in the living room, she would bend over in front of him, fetching this and that. From Evan's perspective, he could almost see everything beneath her clothes. At first, Evan tried to avoid arousing suspicion. I also endured it for the sake of my relationship with my brother. But yesterday my brother died in a car accident, and today she couldn't wait to move into our house. Kayla, Mom and Dad don't feel comfortable leaving me alone at home. They insist I move in here. Will I be a disturbance to you and Evan? I looked at my petite and seemingly innocent sister-in-law, Sally, about to refuse her. The phone rang. It was from my mother. Kayla, has Sally arrived yet? Yes, she's here. Kayla, your brother is gone. Our whole family is in great sorrow now, especially Sally. I glanced at Sally, who had rosy cheeks and a gleam of lust in her eyes, but didn't say anything. My mother sobbed a few times before continuing. But there's a silver lining amidst all this misfortune. Sally is pregnant. Mom hopes you can take good care of her. I was so shocked by this news that I couldn't speak. Actually, I had planned to bring her to the hospital for a checkup. This was because yesterday my brother had been in a serious traffic accident. Before entering surgery, he had a preoperative test which turned out to be HIV positive. That is, he had AIDS. Since I was the first one to arrive at the hospital, the report had stayed in my bag. But now that Sally was pregnant, how could I bring up the subject? After much consideration, I decided to take her to the hospital tomorrow for a comprehensive examination. I used a friend's connections to make an appointment with the most authoritative obstetrician-gynecologist in the city. As soon as I hung up the phone and walked out of the room, I saw Sally's coat casually tossed on the sofa, and she was wearing a dress with a wide neckline, bending over in front of Evan to look for fruit on the coffee table. She picked up a bright red cherry tomato. Evan, is this cherry tomato sweet? Evan stared straight at her neckline, half smiling. Of course it's sweet. Seeing me come out, Evan immediately focused back on the television. But Sally walked over smiling and hugged my arm. Kayla, Evan said these cherry tomatoes are very sweet. I want to eat some. Wash a few for me. Seeing my displeased expression, she let go of my arm, looking aggrieved. Kayla, the child I'm carrying is a posthumous child of your family. Mom just told you to take good care of me, thinking about the innocent child in her belly and what kind of fate it might face. I ultimately didn't say anything and went to wash the cherry tomatoes for her. But seeing her smug expression, I guess she thought having the posthumous child gave her leverage over me. Dealing with fools is really exhausting. Things are really getting more and more interesting.